Hello, welcome to Speak English with me. Today, we're stepping into a mysterious world full of magic, secrets, and dark forces. Follow the journey of a young wizard named Harry Potter as strange and dangerous events begin to unfold. Harry Potter was a young boy living with the Dursleys, his only living relatives. They treated him badly and never told him the truth about his past. His parents had died when he was a baby, and Harry believed they had died in a car accident. But on his 11th birthday, everything changed. A giant named Hagrid arrived and told Harry the truth. He was a wizard, and he had been accepted to study at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Harry entered a magical world full of spells, strange creatures, and new discoveries. Hogwarts, Harry quickly made two close friends, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. Ron came from a big, warm, and friendly family, and he always knew how to make Harry feel welcome, even when Harry was nervous or scared. Hermione was very clever, always reading books and learning new spells, and she often helped Harry and Ron with difficult lessons or magical problems. Together, the three of them explored the castle, wandering through long corridors, secret staircases, and hidden rooms. They discovered the magical library, the flying staircases, and even some places that few students knew existed. They faced many small challenges that helped them grow closer, dodging rules from teachers, sneaking into forbidden areas, and solving puzzles that tested their courage and cleverness. They laughed, shared stories, and supported each other when things got hard. Slowly, Harry felt that Hogwarts was not just a school, it was a place where he truly belonged, a place where he could be himself. Their friendship grew stronger every day, forming a bond that would help them face dangerous adventures, dark secrets, and the mysterious world of magic that awaited them beyond the castle walls. Harry returned to the Dursleys for the summer, but strange things were already happening in the wizarding world. A house elf named Dobby appeared to warn him not to return to Hogwarts. Dobby seemed frightened and desperate, but Harry was determined to go back to school. He didn't know yet how dangerous this year would become. When Harry arrived at Hogwarts for his second year, he noticed that the castle felt different. Strange messages appeared on the walls, written in red, warning that the Chamber of Secrets had been opened. Students began to be petrified, frozen as if turned to stone, and panic spread through the school. Nobody knew who was behind the attacks, and many students whispered that Harry might be involved because he could speak to snakes, a rare and dangerous skill called Parseltongue. Despite the fear, Harry, Ron, and Hermione continued their lessons and explored the castle. They discovered secret passages, hidden chambers, and mysterious clues. Hermione spent hours in the library, searching for answers, and she eventually found a book about the legend of the Chamber of Secrets. The three friends realized that the chamber had been created by Salazar Slytherin long ago to protect a dangerous secret. Soon, Harry learned that a magical diary belonging to a student named Tom Riddle contained dark powers. The diary had been controlling Ginny Weasley, making her act strangely and unknowingly releasing the monster hidden in the chamber. Harry, brave and determined, followed the clues to the chamber itself. There, he faced the terrifying basilisk, a giant serpent with deadly eyes. Using courage, clever thinking, and help from Fawkes, Dumbledore's loyal phoenix, Harry managed to defeat the monster and destroy the diary, saving Ginny and the school. By the end of the year, Hogwarts returned to normal. Students could walk the corridors safely again, and Harry realized that courage, friendship, and determination could overcome even the darkest magic. He returned to the Dursleys for the summer, feeling stronger, wiser, and ready for whatever new adventures awaited him. In his third year, Harry returned to Hogwarts and quickly realized that the wizarding world was facing a new danger. A dangerous prisoner named Sirius Black had escaped from Azkaban, and everyone believed he was coming after Harry. The school was on high alert, and Dementors, dark and frightening guards of Azkaban, were stationed around the castle. These creatures could drain all happiness from anyone nearby, and Harry often felt weak, dizzy, and afraid when they were near. Despite the fear, Harry, Ron, and Hermione continued their lessons and adventures. Harry learned new spells and became better at flying on his broomstick. He also practiced a special protective spell called the Patronus Charm, which could drive away Dementors. Hermione gave Harry a magical map, the Marauder's Map, which showed every person moving inside the castle, helping the friends discover secrets and hidden areas. As the year went on, Harry discovered that things were not as simple as they seemed. Everyone believed that Sirius Black had betrayed his parents and was a dangerous enemy, but clues slowly revealed the truth. Another person, Peter Pettigrew, who had helped Voldemort and had been hiding as Ron's pet rat Scabbers, was the real traitor. Using courage, clever thinking, and Hermione's knowledge, Harry uncovered the truth about Sirius and Pettigrew. The year's climax came when Harry and Hermione used a magical device called a time turner to go back in time. They needed to save both Sirius and a magical creature named Buckbeak, who had been sentenced to death. Through careful planning, bravery, and quick thinking, they succeeded in rescuing them both. Harry realized that Sirius Black was not his enemy, but a protector trying to keep him safe. By the end of the year, Harry felt braver and wiser. He had faced real danger, learned new magic, and discovered truths about the past. Hogwarts remained his home, and Harry understood that more adventures and more challenges awaited him in the years to come. As Harry returned to Hogwarts for his 4th year, excitement and tension filled the air. This year, Hogwarts was hosting the Triwizard Tournament, a dangerous competition between 3 wizarding schools. Only one student from each school was supposed to compete, but unexpectedly, Harry's name came out of the Goblet of Fire, even though he was too young. Everyone was surprised, and Harry realized that this year would be unlike any other. The tournament was filled with dangerous and thrilling tasks. In the first challenge, Harry faced a dragon, using his broomstick skills to dodge fire and grab a golden egg. The second task required him to rescue someone from the depths of the Hogwarts Lake, where he encountered magical creatures and learned the importance of courage and quick thinking. Each task tested his bravery, skill, and intelligence, pushing him further than he had ever gone before. But the final task turned out to be even more terrifying than he imagined. Harry entered a deadly maze filled with magical obstacles, traps, and creatures. At the center of the maze, he was suddenly transported to a dark graveyard, where Voldemort had returned to his full power and called his Death Eaters. Surrounded by enemies, Harry had to fight for his life. With courage and determination, he managed to escape, carrying the shock of Voldemort's return with him. This year taught Harry that the wizarding world was becoming more dangerous. He realized that Voldemort's return was no longer a rumor, and that his friends and the people he cared about could soon face great danger. Despite the fear, Harry also discovered the value of teamwork, loyalty, and bravery, and he knew he had to be ready for whatever challenges lay ahead in the coming years. In his 5th year, Harry returned to Hogwarts, but the school and the wizarding world were not the same. Many people refused to believe that Voldemort had returned, and the Ministry of Magic tried to control the truth. Hogwarts became stricter, and a cruel teacher named Dolores Umbridge arrived from the ministry. She created harsh rules, punished students unfairly, and even used cruel methods to enforce her authority. Despite her control, Harry knew he could not ignore the dangers ahead. Harry also began having visions of Voldemort's mind, feeling his anger and pain as if it were his own. With the help of Dumbledore, Harry learned about a prophecy that said either he or Voldemort would have to die at the hands of the other. Realizing that the students needed to learn to defend themselves, Harry, with Hermione and Ron, secretly created Dumbledore's army, teaching classmates spells, defense techniques, and courage. The year brought many challenges and dangers. Harry faced misunderstandings, fear, and conflict with teachers and other students. But he also grew stronger, braver, and more determined to fight for what was right. The climax of the year came at the Ministry of Magic, where a battle broke out between Voldemort's followers, called Death Eaters, and Harry with his friends. Though they fought bravely, the battle ended tragically with the death of Sirius Black, Harry's godfather. By the end of the year, Harry realized that courage, friendship, and loyalty were more important than ever. He had faced immense danger, lost someone he loved deeply, and learned that the fight against evil required determination and unity. Even though the road ahead was frightening, Harry knew he was not alone, and he was ready to face the challenges that awaited him in the next year. During Harry's 6th year at Hogwarts, the wizarding world was becoming more dangerous. Voldemort's followers, the Death Eaters, were spreading fear, and strange attacks happened outside the school. At Hogwarts, Harry learned more about Voldemort's past from Dumbledore, who showed him important memories explaining how Voldemort became evil. Harry discovered that Voldemort had split his soul into several objects called Horcruxes, and these had to be destroyed if he was ever to be defeated. Meanwhile, life at Hogwarts was full of excitement and challenges. Harry noticed that Draco Malfoy was acting strangely and seemed to be hiding something important. He and his friends continued their studies, practiced magic, and learned new spells. Harry also found an old textbook that once belonged to someone called the Half-Blood Prince, filled with notes and secrets that helped him excel in potions class. Harry and Dumbledore worked together to find a dangerous Horcrux. They traveled to a dark and dangerous cave, faced magical obstacles, and retrieved the Horcrux. The journey weakened Dumbledore, leaving him vulnerable to danger. Back at Hogwarts, Death Eaters attacked the castle. In the astronomy tower, Dumbledore was confronted and tragically killed by Severus Snape, leaving Harry shocked and devastated. By the end of the year, Harry felt the weight of responsibility. He knew that defeating Voldemort would be harder than ever, and that he and his friends would face even greater challenges. But he also understood that courage, loyalty, and friendship were his greatest strengths. Harry left Hogwarts determined to continue the fight and ready for the dangerous journey that lay ahead. In the final year of his journey, Harry, Ron, and Hermione did not return to Hogwarts. Instead, they set out on a dangerous mission to find and destroy Voldemort's remaining Horcruxes, objects containing pieces of his soul. Without the protection of the school, they traveled across the wizarding world, facing danger at every step. The Death Eaters were searching for them, traps were everywhere, and even small mistakes could be deadly. Despite the fear, the three friends relied on each other, sharing courage, hope, and determination to succeed in their mission. During their journey, Harry learned about the Deathly Hallows, three powerful magical objects that could make their owner extremely powerful. They were the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Invisibility Cloak. Harry, Ron, and Hermione had to decide whether to seek them or focus only on the Horcruxes. Each choice was dangerous, and the friends discovered that even magic had limits when faced with loyalty, love, and bravery. Along the way, they encountered old allies and enemies, solving puzzles, escaping traps, and discovering hidden truths about Voldemort and themselves. Their journey eventually led them back to Hogwarts, where the final battle began. Wizards, students, and teachers joined together to defend the castle against Voldemort and his Death Eaters. Spells flew through the air, walls were destroyed, and the halls of Hogwarts became a battlefield. Harry, Ron, and Hermione faced many challenges, including encounters with old enemies, deadly curses, and moments that tested their courage and friendship. Finally, Harry confronted Voldemort himself. With bravery, clever thinking, and the support of his friends, Harry destroyed the last Horcruxes and faced Voldemort in a final duel. Voldemort was defeated once and for all, and peace returned to the wizarding world. The magical community celebrated the victory, remembering the sacrifices made and the bravery shown by so many.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this magical journey with Harry Potter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories and adventures. See you next time.